builder time for Josh. And he goes to great lengths to build his.
3+ shot.
That's my gut feeling.
Very reliable.
I've got some difficult news. I'm betting on us to lose. You seen the odds?
Bet builder. You build it. We give you a free bet every week of the Premier League season and a big boost every day. That's Satisfaction from Ladbrokes.
Toyota Igo Cross Hybrid with 0% APR representative over 24 months. More confidence, more go.
With Funding Circle, you're part of something bigger. We are team.
My staff, they're my starting lineup.
We are grit.
We've taken hits, but push forward.
We are speed.
Funding Circle backing gives us the edge.
With fast, fair and hassle-free finance, we back businesses to win. We are Funding Circle.
A 10 mini fillet bucket, $7.99. Get the deal, believe in chicken.
At Currys, we help you understand energy-efficient tech.
LG VX70 AI direct drive model with 0.314 kilowatt-hour cycle.
It means it uses AI technology to choose the perfect wash, protecting your clothes and saving energy.
Wow, how did you?
Telepathy uses less energy than talking.
So, what are we thinking right now?
Washing machine? Absolutely nothing.
She's good.
Energy efficiency made easy.
Get free recycling and save up to £50 on selected LG appliances.
At Currys.
Stride like a pro. Show your pride like a pro. Improve, impress, impact. Reach the top, then don't stop. See them grow as you care for them like a pro.
Feed your pet like a pro. Purina Pro Plan.
Oh, Steve, you're in a pickle. Yes, Mrs. Jenkins, I will look after your house while you're away. Right now, lunchtime spicy burrito is making a comeback, making every instruction she's giving you sound like radio static. Rennie neutralizes 99% of excess acid in just 60 seconds for fast heartburn relief. If heartburn hits, have the Rennie ready.
Made for getting your imagination going. Made for giving you all the options. Made for helping everything slot into place. Made for making the kitchen you've been dreaming of a reality. Wren. Made for living.
Just go for a break.
Oh, hey, just wait, I'm just going for a break.
Have a break. Have a Kit Kat.
Wait, have you been seeing someone else?
What, like another dentist?
It's just your mouth that's looking great.
When you use Colgate Total, your dentist visit becomes more of a friendly chat. The Colgate Total system is 15 times more effective at fighting the root cause of many oral health issues. Prevent problems before they start. Colgate Total, from the #1 brand recommended by dentists.
New colours, new contenders. The same relentlessly. So aggressive. So aggressive. So ridiculous. Who's going to catch Marquez from his quest to make it 8? Who knows what's going to happen? This is remarkable. This is phenomenal.
Sounds like MotoGP is back.
This program is brought to you by Just Eat. UEFA Champions League, official partner.
There's a choice of viewing it as by Lever
Leverkusen take on Olympiacos with a 2-goal lead over on TNT Sports 2, while here on One, we're nearly ready to go at San Siro with a place in the last 16 of the Champions League at stake. Karen, what do you think Bodo need to do? How do they approach it to try and see it through tonight?
I think actually defend a little bit deeper, because what we've seen from them, they are electric in the transition. As soon as they win it back, they break really quick. You're expecting Inter to come onto them, so just sit a little bit deeper, and if they make that mistake, just pounce, and I think they'll be vulnerable at the back, Inter.
And Inter need to use that atmosphere of San Siro tonight to inspire them, Martin.
Without doubt, fantastic, one of the great stadiums, isn't it? And they'll make that work for them. But nonetheless, I think they need to score early, and that's what they'll be all out attack to try to get through this tie. Very difficult for them. They're proud, aren't they, of what they've achieved, and they'll be desperate to put that right tonight.
And all three Italian sides facing deficits heading into these second legs. It feels like it's looking quite bleak for Serie A at the moment in Europe.
But also Italian football, Italy have got to go to a World Cup qualifier, so it's a massive month for Italian football, both internationally and obviously and in this competition. So, you know, it's an important night tonight for everyone.
Yeah, huge night for Inter. They've been knocked out of 9 of their last 10 Champions League knockout ties when losing the first leg. Can they buck that trend tonight? Let's join our commentary team this evening, Lucy Ward, and first Sam Matterface. Good evening.
Good evening, Lindsay. Thank you very much, and good evening, everyone. The Champions League has given us some famous fight backs, and tonight Inter are asking the San Siro if it's ready for another. They start 2 goals down to Bodo Glimt, a team that have come from north of the Arctic Circle and are hoping to smash a glass ceiling. The Norwegians have already made history. They're making a habit of that. Last week they recorded their first ever win in the knockout stages. They also became the first Norwegian side to beat an Italian giant in this competition for nearly 30 years. But now they have to finish the job in one of Europe's most intimidating arenas. Inter, 3 times European champions, know exactly what it takes to turn a tie around here. They've done it before from 2 goals down, just not in circumstances like these. They are without their captain, Lautaro Martinez, tonight, but despite his absence, they will believe there is a comeback worthy of this famous old stadium. Yes, there has been plenty of noise about the pitch in Norway and the injury list that they came back to Milan with, but the message from Christian Kivu has been clear all week. No excuses, just a mission. Well, the loss of Martinez is catastrophic, really, for a squad already missing Hakan Çalhanoğlu. Inter view the pitch in North Norway for the Argentines' damaged calf as the real blame, but overall they had to make 6 changes from last week. Nico Barella served a domestic suspension at the weekend but returns to the team. Pio Esposito, at just 20 years of age, has the weight of Inter's European season on his shoulders. He scored in the first leg and has 7 goals already this season. And Azzurri are desperate to ensure that the Bodo disaster does not define their entire season. And in the absence of captain Lautaro Martinez, it is Nico Barella who wears the armband again tonight. Patrick Berg for the visitors. The referee tonight is from Spain, Alejandro Fernandez, and his VAR is Carlos El Ferro Grande. Well, Bodo Glimt's domestic season finished on November the 30th. Doesn't start again until March, so all their recent matches have been at this level. They're unchanged from the first leg. Keeper Nikita Haikin was heroic in that game. Jens Petter Hauge, the former AC Milan player, has 5 goals in the Champions League this season and became only the 3rd player to score 5 Champions League goals for a Norwegian team. Kasper Høeg scored twice in the first leg. He's now got 4 in this season's competition. Barrera captains the team tonight. It's a huge night for Pio Esposito. He became the 2nd youngest scorer for Italy in the Champions League. He netted in Bodo last week. Only over Fabian Martins was younger. to deliver the biggest performance of his young career tonight. Big name for Bastoni trying to keep this attack quiet as well. Jens Petter Hauge is having a career-defining Champions League campaign. AC Milan players scored all 3 goals when they beat Bodo Glimt 3-1 back in September 2020 in the Europa League. Well, it wasn't so long ago that Bodo Glimt had, according to the stats giants, less than 1% chance of reaching the knockout stages. They're 2 goals up with 90 minutes to play in the San Siro. Can they do it, Lucy Ward?
Well, it'll certainly be an intriguing tie, won't it? Into need a fast start, the need to score early but keep the compact shape. Bodo Glimt can afford to be smart and disciplined. Remember, they don't need to win Bodo Glimt. Remarkable result last week, and we've seen their finishing, we've seen the way they play on the counter, and they won't be scared coming here.
Free kick over on the far side, Oli Bloomberg. Was fouled by Federico De Marco. This was with me in this stadium when Inter negotiated the topsy-turvy tie last year with Bayern Munich. They may well need some firepower to outscore Bodo Glimt tonight. Patrick Berg to take the first free kick of the game. It's quite a high into line. It's Berg's delivery. It's aimed in towards Björtov. Comes back to Jens Petter Hauge. Reversed into the box by Fert. Cleared away by Inter very quickly. First leg was beautifully chaotic, Lucy. Great goals, controversy. Just the way that Bodo Glimt like it. But they haven't yet kept a clean sheet in the Champions League.
No, and it's not really a shock anymore when they produce good results. We're used to it. You know, we've followed them through the European competitions, and they just keep stepping up. And these players now, if you're interested in European football, become household names, and I think that's key. They're quite happy, Bodo Glimt, the way that Milan plays football, and they're reaching heights that they've never really reached before.
To lose the game by a solitary goal tonight, still go through. They can draw the game and go through. And to have to win by 2 just to take it to extra time. Skoreni. Di Marco. It's a good cross and the header over the top from Pio Esposito. The first real shot in anger comes from Inter.
It's positive now for Inter. You see how Bodo Glimt get themselves back in numbers.
Oh, back.
They're going to get the joy into crosses from the way back. Bodo's in the box. City's first sight.
You'd expect him to come out swinging. Bastoni. Bissek again. Luis Enrique. Sit back again. Drifts in past Kasper Høeg. Breaking ball forward. Luis Enrique might just get on the end of here. Shoved in by Björkan. Back to Bissek. Luis Enrique again. Tazy wanted it. Went towards Zelensky. Björkan will only get it half clear to Bizek. Luis Enrique again. Now Barella. Chance to cross. It's a deep one. It's going to miss everyone.
You see the positivity. You can see the rotations, they're trying to overload each wing, some left, now right. He knows that an early goal will help Inter's cause.
Chibu won the treble with Inter under Jose Mourinho as a player back in 2010. He played in the Champions League final when they beat Bayern in Madrid. He's trying to save his European campaign here tonight. He was only appointed last June and probably facing one of the biggest nights of his coaching career.
Martinez is a big miss though, Sam. He was the talisman of this Inter team, and obviously in terms of finishing, he's the best.
He picked up a calf injury, which they were pretty certain was down the surface in the Arctic Circle. It is a artificial turf that Bodo Glimt play on. Actually, really, they are in the Arctic Circle, and playing games in the Champions League in December and January would be impossible otherwise.
Bodo Glimt's incredibly fit. The way that they train is they sort of overtrain just so that they find the games easy. So even though they haven't got domestic games at the moment, they certainly will be fit enough.
Will be relying on that incredible work rate tonight. Probably look to strike on the counter. At the moment they've got to defend because Luis Enrique is coming forward, skips past one challenge, sets it back. Well dealt with by Blomberg.
It's these moments key now, what Bodo Glimt do with the ball when they win it back and enter a pushed players high.
There's no rush to get it forward there from Sommerfeld. Back to his goalkeeper, Björkan. Bastoni. Marco scampering forward, being watched by Frederick Chauvel. Good defending. I mean, every minute of Bodo Glimt's 9 Champions League games this season, and there's a good reason for that.
The wing-backs for Inter are so key. Expectation of them. They work both sides of the ball, they get up and attack. They can do that, but they've got to get back and defend as a 5.
Knudsen has turned Bodo Glimt into a European force. He's led them all the way to the semi-finals of the Europa League. The first Norwegian team to reach the semi-finals of a major European competition. Tonight is looking to break new ground. Have an awful record when losing first legs of the Champions League. I think Lindsay mentioned it just before we started here tonight. They've been knocked out in 9 of their last 10 games where they've lost the first leg of the Champions League knockout. The only exception was back in 2011 in the round of 16 against Bayern when they lost 1-0 at home but somehow managed to win by 3 goals to 2 away from home.
They controlled the ball more in the first leg, but they didn't really turn that possession into any sort of real danger. They're really exposed on the break by Bodo Glimt, and it's not the first team that Bodo Glimt have done that to.
Enrique. Björkan comes across. The cross is a deep one in towards Esposito. It's up high. It's difficult for him to try and beat Aikin from that sort of distance, but he's a threat in the air.
I was just going to say, so I mean, that was quite far out. I'm not really expecting to put the ball, but he's got a couple of those. He's got onto it, he's jumped well, his timing's been brilliant, and he's got that one on target, so get him a bit closer and still keep putting the balls into the box.
Sam Smith, Nodson. Let's put Rex ahead. Keeping control of players to do something.
Just in these early moments, just preserve the shape, make sure that they're quite compact. You see, as soon as Inter manage to get past certain points and hit the kicks, and they'll get back onto the edge of the area and they'll just put bodies in the way and frustrate Inter.
Chauvel forward, trying to flick that on. Hauga was getting on the end of it, but the ball bounced cuddly for him. Zielinski. This is Marcus Thuram. Not really seen much of him so far. Italian papers today saying that actually it's a big moment for him tonight, alongside Esposito. David looking for the ball in the centre. It comes to Esposito. Back to Di Marco.
Just on the edge of the area, and that's sort of movement. One or two touch passing and in behind and runners beyond. They're into.
Fucking hell.
10 men behind the ball, isn't
4 minutes played.
Yeah, we'll see. This is to protect the league, but they will take risks when they win the ball back. They will attack certain areas.
12 minutes gone.
It's a lovely run by Tavey.
Already.
Trying to centre the ball, and Berg is there to snaffle it away. Put it out for the first corner of the game.
So he sits just in front of the two centre backs, and that sort of recovery is exactly what you need. It's a great play again.
12 minutes. Feels so touched.
See what field position he's in.
Special goal in the Champions League semi-final, didn't he, against Barcelona last year? That was the last time he scored, actually. To the box it goes. It's a little bit loose. Akanji tries to snaffle up a shot. Bastoni. And it's saved by high kick from the effort from Federico Di Marco. And he had to pull out a big right hand.
It's a great strike from Di Marco, which is probably in a good position for the goalkeeper. Looking to make a save, and he's just safety first, really, putting the ball over the bar.
Di Marco's corner. And in towards the near post, the flick on, he's good. Cortese's effort is cleared off the line at the far post. Bodo Glimt survive again.
I think it was. Great positioning, just gets himself back near the line, but this is constant now.
Morella. Bizek. Headed down by Esposito. And away by Blomberg, who thought he was caught on the edge of the area, and the referee eventually gives the free kick for Bodo Glimt.
A little bit of respite. Just conceded quite a lot of territory on the edge of their own box, and we're just keeping on going now, just to take a breath, the ball forward. That's the effort from Di Marco.
It's amazing to think that Bodo Glimt are in such a commanding position. They've never won a Champions League game until match day 7, and they beat Manchester City. Since then, they've made it 3 in a row, following up that City win with victory over Atletico Madrid in Madrid, and then the game in the Atlantic Circle against Inter a week ago.
I mean, they're obviously very good at home because of the pitch, but the way to winning there is key.
That's a lovely ball into Thuram. They think he's offside. Doesn't matter anyway. He's put it wide.
See how quick, I mean, I know he's gone offside, I know the just, but that sort of movement, straight run, straight ball forward into one of the two attackers. Opportunity, now he's offside, but that's the type of run that they need.
The highest Champions League football score.
I thought they'd start on the front foot, and certainly they've done that. They've dominated the ball, 67% possession so far. They've already had 5 attempts on the Bodo Glimt goal, 2 of those on target. Esposito's won the ball, looks for the run of Thuram. Goodison gets back. Good football from Bodo Glimt. Fair. Looking for Alga, bit of space for him to run into. Cuts in on that right foot, slide it into Sonberg. Nevian was dispossessed, and Stoney, who doesn't mind leading the charge out from the back and getting high up the pitch, has the attack broken down. He wants a yellow card for that.
Intensity there. Bodo Glimt getting another one and into winning the ball back, but just the energy. They have set movements. They work a lot. Very well drilled, Bodo Glimt, the way that they move when they got the pitch and the movement of the forward. Berg moving out of the way and allow Fertar Evian. It's very effective, Sam.
They're a brilliant team. We've been lucky enough to follow them quite a lot over the last few years. We've picked up some brilliant victories, some wonderful nights. But certainly mainly at home, but also away. Here is Thuram, trying to shoot the deflection, takes it over the top. And that could have caused the goalkeeper all sorts of problems.
Momentum into covering the goal of Bodo Glimt. A few forays forward, but not many, and it's just been instability from kick-off. But we've got to 15 minutes and we haven't conceded yet.
There's still a long way to go. DiMarco with another corner. Takes it short this time. Barella. Back to DiMarco. They'll get out very quickly too and sort of shut down the angle. Jan Sommer has given that ball away. He hasn't really had anything to do. I don't think he's touched the ball before that moment. Gave it away quite cheaply. That could have been costly.
Yeah, one thing Inter didn't do very well last week is when they won the ball out, but they lost the ball out the pitch. They weren't in good positions to win the ball back, and it allowed Bodo Glimt forward. A little bit better tonight, a little bit better structured to stop that ball forward.
That round the corner. Akanji is on loan from Manchester City. The clearance away. And Sommer. Lost it again. Björk has to take the throw. Trying to put that forward. Looks as if it took a deflection off Bissek. Certainly Berg is making that point to the Spanish referee.
Look at the natural reaction of players. Absolutely may have taken a touch. 2 or 3 of the Bodo Glimt players automatically appealed.
It's good press from Bodo Glimt, but they've given the ball away. Thuram has released Esposito. Enrique's at the back post. The cross hits the first man.
Gave the ball away. He just thought he was passing back to one of his centre backs, and the other sort of come onto it. Couldn't. Off the hook, really.
Bastoni. Zielinski. So close to Hiking. And every minute of all 9 Champions League matches, Nikita Hiking, the goalkeeper for Bodo Glimt.
The Inter had to do in the second leg was start with some urgency, and they've certainly done that. They've been positive. The only thing they haven't got is a goal yet.
Bissek. It's a good touch by Fratesi. Takes him away from Sandra Berg. Berg trying to chase to catch up with him. Space out for DiMarco, looking for Fratesi. Lots of yellow shirts getting back inside a congested penalty area. Just slightly overhit that cross. Trying to stop Malga from escaping. In the end, was a little bit too physical in doing so.
It's a great example of how aggressive Inter, the old manager and the new manager, play a 3-5-2. That's Bissek, but one of the centre-backs right up the pitch in an open play attack. They cover each other well with one goals.
One of those centre-backs always got license to join in with the attack.
So difficult to track, so difficult to defend against. If they're comfortable with the ball, he has cleared them out.
Well, the last time that Inter overturned a 2-goal first leg deficit to go through in a European competition was against Strasbourg in 1998. news was they went on to win the trophy that season. So you went for that third round game.
Done enough to unsettle Bodo in an attacking sense. Defensively quite strong, but when Bodo get the ball on the pitch, you really see the fluidity that we normally see. It's just
well, it's 0-0.
We've got to 20 minutes now. We'll see that you break the game down into past 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and quieten the crowd down in time is very difficult. San Siro, but you try, and that would have been the objective for Bodo Glimt coming here.
Sommer, Bissek, Kanji, back to Bissek again. It's an ambitious ball by Bastoni, but DiMarco's got the place to reach it. He took a deflection on the way through.
It looked like it had just gone too far for DiMarco, but it held up really well. So again, the distribution from the three centre-backs is key way of going to play.
Sherwood. Spurg. Stierkamp. Alga. Forward towards Serg, who is beaten by Bissek. Two teams from two countries whose international fortunes have been hardly different recently as well. If Italy are going to go through the playoffs to try and get to the World Cup in the USA, Norway qualifying for their first World Cup in a generation. Tucking that back, Bastoni's ball takes a flick off Patrick Berg. Goes behind and it's yet another corner. Number 4 of the night.
We've got DiMarco all the way forward, a little click back, and that centre back, Bastoni's there.
Now they would love to get an earlier goal for the first quarter of the match. To get one before half time. Fist of it would really help this San Siro crowd who greeted them with a huge noise before the match. Towards that near post, his effort is over the bar. He's got up the highest.
Yeah, one of those is going to go in, isn't it? I mean, that sort of high ball into the box, there's not really been a Bodo Glimt defender who's got that first touch yet, whether it's Bastoni or whether it's Esposito.
We all know how rare it is for Bodo Glimt to keep a clean sheet in European football. And that will give them some sense of encouragement. Snake Goodison with the foul. This is Barella. Bastoni.
Clear Wolf. Through the rest.
Now Kanji. Enrique high up on this right-hand side. Simmons joining. Oh, he does well. Lovely little body swerve. Can he come up with a cross? Well, he could. Berg was filling in once again. Another ball into the box, which takes a wild deflection. DiMarco keeps it alive. Into the side netting. The pressure is growing, there's no doubt about that.
Yeah, the underlapping centre-backs is a problem. Bodo because they're doing well, getting bodies in the box, trying to stop the ball in. But as soon as you get that extra player who just adds a number on, you can't deal with. And you get the ball into the box, and make the most of it that time. And they're going to live on the edge at various fronts during this game, aren't they, Bodo? They're going to be under pressure, as we've seen in the opening, but it's not going to respond to that.
They managed to get the other side here, although the referee's going to pull it back for a foul by Casper Hurg. A running battle between him and Bastoni. Two decisions to go their way as well tonight. They ride their luck. Look at that total dominance from Inter, as we expected it would be. Chasing the game, they need goals. Falling towards that near post.
So as the time goes on, Sam, and as the crowd starts to score in the first 15 minutes or so against this one, they haven't. Then they start to force it, and that's the first time that I've seen Inter just force something. They'd actually work the ball well up to wide areas, ball into the box. First time they force it, it works into Glimt's hands.
Offside is Blomberg. Bit of space for Luis Enrique here. Taking on Bierkamp. Managed to block that goes out for a corner kick.
The ball's superiority in those central areas as the ball comes across.
The goal would help them capitalise on this momentum. San Siro feels like a bit of a cauldron tonight. Often does on evenings like this. And their European future is at stake. Into the near post, it's a great save by Hiking. Absolutely superb from the goalkeeper. He was key in the first leg. He might have to be key again tonight.
That's like effort. They've been coming at me. So they have to be right on top of this game. The ball into the box. The fact that they're getting there first is a worry to Bodo Glimt, but they've not scored from one yet. Great timing of his climb. Tays it. Wasn't a problem. Such a good save. We see that in real time. In action.
It's a brilliant save from Fratesi by Nikita Hikin. Some big moments in his years with Bodo Glimt. Has won 4 titles with them. He did actually go away again halfway through his spell and went off to Bristol City, a short spell in 2023, but very quickly, as many of them do, went back to north of Norway.
There, we've been there a couple of times, so haven't we? And so right, we want to stay around. So the wages come into it as well.
Bizet. Kanji. Lorena wants to try and get on the ball a little bit more. Zelensky's come out wide to pick it up here. Bizet. Down the corner for Taze. It was a difficult one to squeeze past Bierkamp, but he's managed to do it. Found Enrique Barella and then Esposito.
Some great positions. Esposito's been unlucky. Those 3 headers he's had from crosses or set pieces. passive than we normally see them.
Lead to protect, and his tactical brain is pretty impressive. He's been linked with so many different jobs, offered so many different jobs to go work in bigger leagues, or essentially bigger leagues around the world. He's always stayed with Bodo Glimt. He likes his lifestyle, he likes his working arrangement, he likes the results that they're getting. Who would have thought 10 years ago that the team that would just come up from the second division in Norway would be playing Champions League knockout football?
He was given time, wasn't he, Christian, to show the way he plays, and it's come to fruition in the last few years.
DiMarco. And over here, Barella looking for Bastoni, and it comes through to Esposito. And he didn't get hold of it at all well. Barella, back to Luis Enrique. Towards that far post, helped away. Bastoni again. Drills that towards Barella, it's just a little bit too much.
A lot of pressure, and sighters of goal, they've had the opportunities. Well, they've not quite got they win the ball back, they've not really had that sort of time to get the ball forward and get themselves up the pitch, but they only really need one chance for at this particular point.
Esposito, 20 years of age, it could be a night which might feel a little bit too big for you. Stepping in for the captain, Lautaro Martinez, or certainly taking on what's expected to be the goal-scoring mantle of the captain. He looks at home, doesn't he? As he has done ever since he walked into this team, really, back at the club last year.